Did you know? Did you know an octopus has 3 hearts and blue blood? 2 of its hearts work just to pump blood to the gills, while the third circulates it through the body. But here's the catch. When an octopus swims, that main heart actually stops beating. This is why they tire out so quickly. Here's a wild one. Cats have a broken gene called TAS1R2, the one that lets you taste sugar. Because of that, they literally can't taste anything sweet. They're the only animals on the planet with this little glitch. So why did this happen? Blame evolution. Cats are pure meat eaters. They need protein and fat to survive, not carbs or sugar. Since sweetness was useless to them, nature just switched that ability off over time. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Snails have about 25,000 teeth. They're not in the mouth like ours though. Instead, they sit on a special tongue-like organ called the radula, which works like a tiny grater. The snail uses it to scrape and shred food. Algae, leaves, plants, breaking everything down into bits it can swallow. The teeth wear out over time, but no worries. New ones keep growing in to replace them. Mind-blowing fact, on Venus, a single day lasts longer than a whole year. How is that even possible? It's all about speed. Venus spins around its axis super slowly, but it zips around the sun pretty fast. So one full spin, a day, takes about 243 Earth days, while one trip around the sun, a year, takes only 225 Earth days. That means if you lived on Venus, you'd celebrate your birthday before the sun even finished setting. Time works completely differently over there. There's a giant cloud of alcohol in space. Yep, you heard that right. Somewhere out in space, there's a massive cloud made of alcohol. Scientists found it in the Aquila constellation, the Eagle, and it's absolutely enormous. This giant gas cloud contains huge amounts of ethanol. Basically the same stuff that's in your drinks. And we're not talking a few bottles here. There's enough alcohol floating around to make quintillions of liters of beer. That's a number with 18 zeros. Way more than humanity could ever drink. Of course, no one's flying out there for a cosmic party. The cloud is trillions of kilometers away, mixed with other space gases. But it's a wild reminder that the universe is way stranger and cooler than we think. You can actually hear the stars. We all know space is silent. There's no air out there to carry its sound. So how can we possibly hear a star? Well, science found a clever way. Stars aren't just glowing balls sitting still. They vibrate and pulse deep inside. These vibrations ripple through the star, kind of like sound waves move through the air. Scientists study this in a field called asteroseismology. The cool part? Researchers took those vibrations and turned them into real melodies you can actually listen to. Each star sings its own unique tune, depending on its size, age, and structure. So, in a way, the universe has its very own orchestra playing across the cosmos. A neutron star. One spoon weighs billions of tons. Get ready, because this fact is mind-blowing. Imagine a single teaspoon of a material, but it weighs as much as Mount Everest. That's exactly what happens with a neutron star. A neutron star is what's left after a massive star explodes and collapses in on itself. All that matter gets crushed into an incredibly tiny, dense ball. We're talking about squeezing more mass than our entire sun into a sphere just a few kilometers wide. The material is so insanely compressed that just 1 teaspoon of it would weigh billions of tons. If you could somehow bring a tiny piece down to Earth, it would punch straight through the planet. The universe really knows how to keep things extreme.